answer if you only knew how.
Fill it up and lower down and lower down again. Lady finger dipped in moonlight, writing what for across the morning sky. Sunlight splat dawn with answer. Darkness struts and bids the day goodbye. Speeding arrow, sharp and narrow. What a lot of few matters you have spun. Several seasons with their treasons, wrap the babe in scarlet covers, calling your own. Did it doubt or did it try? Answers are plenty in the by and by. Talk about your plenty, talk about your ills. One man gathers what another man spills. So long, he's got to calling it home. Fortune comes a-crawling, Calliope woman, spinning that curious sense of your own. Can you answer? Yes, I can. But what would be the answer to the answer man?
That was some St. Stephen off of Grateful Dead, the greatest of Skeletons from the Closet. All right, a couple of weeks ago, Ramblin' Rob and Smokestack Cindy went to a really awesome festival. I mentioned it a couple of times. We went to Wham, Bam, Thank You Jam. And I have an interview that we recorded with Mr. Stoneking. That was one really cool cat, and I think I'll play that for you.
I'm Ramblin' Rob for WAIF 88.3 FM. We're here at Wham Bam Thank You Jam 2013. Glorious festival celebrating local musicians, and I'm privileged to have one of the local musicians here playing at the festival. He played last night, an eclectic set I really enjoyed. Mr. Stoneking, thanks for joining us for today's interview.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's great to be here. It's an honor, actually.
Oh, thank you. We'll do a little introduction here. Tell us a little bit about yourself as far as, your band, what you guys play, a little bit about your music.
Well, Mr. Stoneking is actually me. My last name is Stoneking. I capitalize Stone because of the fact that we have Americans that aren't all that educated any longer.
Rise.
So I've been called Stoneking. I've been called Saint One King. So to take care of the Native American angle of me, Stone got all capitalized. And it's something I've known I was going to do for many years. And it was a matter of when. I was attending Antioch University in Yellow Springs.
Right.
And was in career development and thought, I guess I'll just get a band together.
And how long ago was that?
That was in 2008. I had said a unique prayer, always facing east. And my complaint was, while looking upward at the higher authority, come on, I go to Antioch, all the bands I'm into met in school, where's mine?
Great.
So the following weekend, it was Groundhog Day of all days. And I had to switch classes because of scheduling conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And I got paired up with a band that plays bass for Mr. Stoneking.
And what's his
that's
name?
How it started. That's Walt Slade. And he introduced me to Rob Chafin, who has a studio. And I really didn't know who I was working with. I told him what I wanted to do. And when I walked in, Rob had already scored by his entire Little Lonesome the Suddenly Last Summer tune, which is a Motel's cover.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. And I told him, just beef it. She beefed it when she called herself Martha Davis Jr. in the mid-90s.
Mm-hmm.
So beef it. So I walked in, he pushed play. I said, oh my God, don't touch it. And that was on 999. Dates all start coming into play in your life, and that's something I noticed. So Walt Slade, Rob Chafin, Jesse Fugate is also a guitarist and vocalist, and on the drums, Kevin Moore. Just don't be afraid of his looks. It's the first thing I saw when I was invited to see them perform at a very small club in Brookville, the Lamplighter.
Right.
I walked in and saw Kevin. I thought, oh no.
He looks like the kind of guy that might kick your butt.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too.
Is it?
Yeah. My half-breed hindquarters isn't in the mood, man. So, and it all worked out. And the first EP is called You're Next, and it goes back to what I wrote about. I'm an author. I wrote 2 autobiographies and a research book for coursework at Antioch also.
And what were the books about?
The autobiographies, obviously me. Everything I wanted to remember.
Ah, gotcha.
And
did you glamorize your past, or was it
no.
too much just straightforward?
I'm a G-rated act. Everybody deserves an opportunity to be G-rated.
Right.
And it can be real scary. So is the Wicked Witch of Snow White. She's G-rated.
True.
So I'm not afraid to talk about my dreams in my books. And I discovered genealogical research starts revealing things to you. I was engaged in my Native American studies at Antioch. So all those things kept coming into play. And then I wrote a research book, Theme Park Safety Failures. And 2 years after that was released, I was injured on a roller coaster and spent 2 months on my back. So you write your karma.
Apparently.
You do.
Apparently.
And my first book was 45 chapters in 45 days. It came through me.
Wow.
And a professor said, did you write it or did it come through you? I said, it came through me. He said, that's how Jonathan Livingston Seagull was written. I said, perfect, I'm in good company.
There you go.
And which leads into the bands that influenced me.
Right.
My very first memory at the age of 3 was Jefferson Airplane, Somebody to Love. I have older siblings, so I was always introduced to older music. And grandparents born at the turn of the century. Hi. Mm-hmm. And if you tune in to your family and what your environment that immediately surrounds you and turn off the devices, you will see your influence. So, me personally, I came up through radio. I was an intern at CBS Records.
Oh, wow.
Right before MTV. So we were watching music videos in the conference room.
Right.
And into it.
Checking out bands.
And all of a sudden, here's this network. I didn't always relate to the more disheveled look of American music.
Right. Especially at that time.
Right. 70s, we had disco. I admit, I rehearsed myself with Donna Summer.
Wow.
I have to. If you want to breathe, work with Donna Summer.
Right.
And I got to perform with her on stage in Kettering in 2005. 20 years prior, she'd have never recognized me when I was at Disneyland in the same special with her. It was by coincidence kind of thing. Gotcha. So, yes, disco influence, new wave influence. I paid too much attention to Gary Newman.
There you go.
I was highly influenced by the Motels. I thought that was one of the greatest acts. All For One was the album that followed me for many years. MTV was gracious enough to introduce us to the second British invasion.
Right.
And so, you know, I resonated with bands like A Flock of Seagulls because they would come to Central Florida at the time where I was living. Bands didn't play Florida back in the 80s. Newlyweds and Nearly Deads in Florida. So,
Miami Vice.
right, Miami Vice, right. I'm fine.
So you guys have been together since about 2005.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years we had the material.
Mm-hmm.
I had personal matters to deal with, and I dealt with them. And so I've always done fundraiser special events. We've got, I've done work with Outreach for Animals. We're going to be working with them again at the Victoria Theater October 19th in Dayton. It's a bill that has comedy, rock, blues, and Elvis.
Oh, you got an Elvis impersonator.
We do, and
That's
he's the only one permitted to play in Graceland.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, Ryan Roth, the comeback special. He's fantastic. I just met him this past year down at Jilly's in Dayton. And Narak Roth Patterson Band. Narak Roth Patterson's an Antioch classmate of mine. He's toured with B.B. King and Guy Davis.
Wow.
He won Polestar's Best Blues album in 2008. So real happy to have him on board.
Well, definitely.
I'm always the opening act because it's a visual thing. I like bringing my music videos to life on stage because that's what our 80s bands did.
Pretty much, yeah. That was
Right.
before everything got into the pattern, I guess, of videos.
Right. You know, and my greatest moment, I've met everyone I've wanted to meet in some capacity. Heart is my biggest influence. Ann and Nancy Wilson both look like my own two sisters, so no fantasies here. None.
Not one.
No.
Not one.
Oh, hell no. No. Ultravox and the new romantic scene, Ultravox especially, and then you look at the history of Midge Ure. Midge Ure doesn't get recognized for the work he's really done. Over in Britain he's an officer of the British Empire, but this is a man who co-did Live Aid with Bob Geldof and wrote Do They Know It's Christmas? Hi.
Yeah,
That's up there. And I got to meet him this past January, and I was at a dinner table with him in Detroit. Very happy just to be in the man's presence. So there's my influence.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you've hobnobbed around with some pretty influential guys as far as modern music goes.
You become what you put in your space.
That's a valid point, and all the listeners should probably remember that for future reference.
Right. I haven't watched television since May of 2006 for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut them off. There was an eclectic, not a great film, more of a cult film, came out in 1980, Times Square.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
They toss TVs off the top of buildings and call themselves the Sleaze Sisters. Great. Get rid of them televisions. Get rid of them. Turn them off.
They tend to poison America's mind.
They do. And, you know, I came here not to Wham Bam Thank You Jam not knowing what was really going to be happening with bands. And, you know, the first act did it to me. So if you've never been here before, you must do it. And that's why I say I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, I think this is our third one.
Meet you too.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Hi, how you doing?
I had a good time. I like I said, I walked around last night, listened to most of the bands, hadn't heard anybody that didn't blow my socks off, really.
Right.
I mean, everybody's out here because they want to come out here,
right.
And they're putting it together for the fans. It's a big, kind of an appreciative thing for the support that, without these people at the festival, the guys standing to the left and they're right in front of me, that they wouldn't be playing. So it's good that, they kind of give a little back.
Wouldn't be playing, right. And I don't know if everyone knows, Wham Bam Thank You Jam works with underprivileged children and donating musical instruments. So fantastic. We need that.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We definitely need that.
Yeah, especially, nowadays with a lot of schools, they're under budgetary cuts. The very first thing they cut is what? The art and the music.
Right, they should cut the superintendent's salary and all the administrator salaries first. And
the football team.
Oh, yeah. And adhere to the Ohio Supreme Court ruling in May of 2000 that property taxes funding schools is unconstitutional. Hi, City of Centerville, I want a refund, please.
You stand in line. So I hopped online, your Facebook page, and listened to a couple things, YouTube. How would you describe your sound in your own words if you were talking to someone on the street that's never heard of you?
I'm a rock act that gives appreciation to the people who influenced and inspired me. I put my own interpretation on it, kind of like Walt Disney did.
Right.
Those aren't his stories. He borrowed them. So thank you.
Yeah, he just put his little creative twist on them.
That's exactly right. And I always saw myself doing a question of faith in a church, vampire-like, and I did. I found a church that Esther Price had built back in the 40s.
The candy person?
The candy person, yeah. She built a beautiful Gothic church in East Dayton.
Really? I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Private ownership. They rent it out for banquets and weddings, receptions, and Mr. Stoneking. You know, I walked in, I said, God, you don't need to show me anymore. Just tell me how much. Because it was exactly what I had envisioned. So that's where the videos came from.
Oh, gotcha.
And I also always wanted to do the Cowsills Indian Lake on location.
Right, saw that.
And I did.
Yeah.
And it all worked out. And there was tragedy that day after we did the videos, and I told the videographer, I said, you better blur out some people on the beach there, because those might be the people that died after we left.
Wow.
Yeah, so, right.
I was going to say, I saw that video where you hopped in the water, which looked very cold, and got dunked under the water.
Yeah, I could have lit the place up. You know, the beams were on.
Yeah.
Right, and we did the reverse baptism. The kid that baptized me is a Blackfoot Osage Indian.
Oh, gotcha.
And we also recorded on my grandfather's birthday, July tooth, you know, that's why I have fangs. And, yeah.
Sounds like an interesting time.
Wasn't expecting to read or hear about, you know, deaths on leaving there, so.
Yeah, Indian Lake was the name of the song, and I found it on YouTube. You can pop on there and check it out. And, you know, not only is it a good tune, you did a little, did you do the videography work on it?
I'm producer, director, of all my videos.
Yeah, it looked very professional, I will say.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Well, when I saw the first 3 videos, A Question of Faith, You Can Run, which is in a Flock of Seagulls cover. Right. Along with Suddenly Last Summer, you know, the guy pushed play in the studio. I said, you better stop and restart that. I wasn't prepared for that. To me, they were VH1 quality.
Right, I agree.
And I'm, you know, again, having fun with it. The first album, You're Next, has kind of a dark tone vampire theme. The second album was done as my senior project for Antioch. I went with my Native American theme, At the Fire, I call it.
Gotcha.
Those are down. That's a download only, but we the Your Next is an actual CD as well. It's a beautiful, colorful cover.
So you got the Native American you reference that. As far as that background, where are you from? As far as you know, what's your lineage?
Seneca, Cherokee, Algonquin, and Delaware. It's amazing what you discover in genealogy when you really sit down.
Wow.
Now, we couldn't get past 1758 because they weren't required to keep records.
Oh, gotcha.
So, but some of the tribes still have their records written down at this point. But yeah, Seneca is where I come in. Her name was Summer Eve. My mother said that's a cleaning product.
I was going to say,
I've never heard it called that before.
I don't know if I'd want to be known by Mr. Summer Eve.
So, I don't appreciate learning what I have about the United States federal government and dishonoring treaties. And, of course, the Indian Removal Act implemented by the United States federal government,
right,
shoving everybody off land, that was wrong. And to never honor one treaty, that's why I covered Indian reservation.
Right.
It gives me a chance to bark, moan, and complain.
Which, you know, you've got to justified means. If any of that would go on right now, there would be a public outcry as far as just shoving people out of a neighborhood or a county or even a country. You know, it's just a different time, and we were all, you know, in our expansionist, hey, this land isn't good for you, but it's really great for us. It was our destiny to take your land.
Right. How kind of you.
Well, I mean, times have changed, and, you know, I spent a lot of time up at the Shawnee Indian Reservation, talked to Chief Wolf and his son, Phil, and, you know, the stories they tell me about the history of the Shawnee, it just breaks your heart. It just breaks your heart.
That's right. And one of the reasons I live where I do in Centerville, I'm in the same latitude as the Miamisburg Mound, where I pray 4 times a year. And the Shawnees declared the land between the Miami rivers as sacred. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't have to sell me any further.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm home. Yep. I'm on an acre surrounded by seniors. We see each other. They just can't hear me.
Right. It's a good way
Perfect.
to look at it. It's a good way to look at it. So you guys have a band known as, Mr. Stoneking. How did you come up with that name?
It's me. Real simple.
Yeah.
If you can't pronounce my last name, Stoneking.
Right. You brought that up earlier. In
That's
the
how.
interview.
That's it. That's how it was. Like, it's just easier for me to work with. It's all me.
Easy to remember. Exactly.
Apparently.
All right, that was Mr. Stoneking at Wham Bam Thank You Jam.
I'm Ramblin' Rob for WAIF.
I think that we are going to play a little Mr. Stoneking right now in honor of the most recent comments he was making. I think I will play his version of Indian Reservation.
A lot of people talk about pride and the things they're proud of, and I will say the one thing that makes me most proud is my Native American heritage. Very few people know the United States government has never honored one treaty. Not one. Remember that the next time you elect a liar, a criminal, and a whoremonger. Meanwhile, here is some historical truth.
They took the whole Cherokee Nation, put us on this reservation, took away our ways of life, the tomahawk and the bow and knife, took away our native tongue, and taught their English to our young. And all the beads we made by hand, all made in China and Japan. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud to die. They took the whole Indian nation, locked us on this reservation. Though I wear a suit and tie, I'm still all red man deep inside. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud to die. But maybe someday when we've learned, Cherokee Nation will return, will return, will return, will return, we will return.
Planning a Jamaican getaway? Fly Stone. Our stoned attendants will see that you arrive with a load. Stoned Airlines to Jamaica. Fly above the clouds and arrive with a head full of steam when you get there. And save money with our special economy flights. Only $29.95.
Don't take a boat to Jamaica.
Ja wants you to fly.
Ja wants you to fly. All right, that was just Duck Farm by the Werks. And I happen to have as a special guest online right now, Mr. Rob Chafin. You there, Rob?
Hey there, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing this afternoon?
Really good.
Awesome. It's great to hear you back on The Greatest Story Ever Told.
It really is the greatest story.
Thank you. Well, Rob and I had an awesome time at the Work-A-Ween last year, and now we're super looking forward to the workout that's coming up in a few weeks.
Oh, we are more than ecstatic about the workout. We're obviously been working around the clock to make this the biggest and best one yet. It's our 4th year, and we are very excited to show people how we are going to transform Legend Valley into a really magical place this year.
Awesome. What you got planned?
Well, this year, more importantly, we're really angling on art installations. You know, we are a music and arts festival, and this year we are really amping up our arts end of the festival with live painters. We're bringing in some of the people who put together the electric florists.
Oh, exciting.
And they're going to come in and really deck out Legend Valley and make it a place that make it look like people never seen at Legend Valley. We're also encouraging people through a contest called Working Man. It's kind of a spin-off of Burning Man. And basically, we're encouraging every campsite to make art installations or interactive installations at their campsite, and we're going to judge them all on Saturday, and the winner will receive 4 VIP tickets to the workout next year, plus a bunch of other prizes as well. So we're really excited and more importantly, we're really encouraging everyone who comes to the workout to express themselves, to wear costumes, to just be a part of the whole festival in itself, and not just show up as a concert goer, but show up as a participant.
Don't just go watch the circus, be a part of the carnival, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. I'm very excited about that. I hope that I get to help some people work on their installations while I'm there.
How's the greatest installation ever made looking?
Well, since I actually just found out about this contest this morning, the ideas are only percolating, but you never know. It'll probably be a tie-dye wander, would be my guess.
Excellent.
Awesome. So the lineup there is looking pretty jam-packed, too. You want to talk about anybody who's going to be joining you on stage or joining you before or after you take the stage?
Yeah, we're always excited, and this year, besides some of the headliners, it's definitely electronic heavy this year for the headliners, but, we obviously still have Acoustic Hookah, John Brown's Body, Kung Fu, Rumpke Mountain Boys with special guest David Gans.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Rumpke and David Gans are doing a 2:30 a.m. until question mark.
That means daylight.
Closing out the festival on Saturday night / Sunday morning. So, we're offering late night bluegrass every single night this year, as well as, the DJ dance tent. We're giving people options. But more importantly, answering your question, we're really excited about getting Johnny Neal from the Allman Brothers Band back up. He was there the first 2 years, and we always have so much fun jamming with him. And he's a good friend of ours, and has really helped us out in a lot of areas when we first started. And we're excited to. It's always fun to jam with Johnny Neal.
I bet. I can only imagine.
But we also have great musicians from all over the state, and then some national artists as well who are going to be sitting in. I'm going to leave a few of them as surprises. Can't tell them all.
Surprises.
We gotta say this though. There is this girl named Jaden Carlson from Colorado. She's this 13-year-old guitar prodigy. And we went out and played in Colorado, and she just sat in at Red Rocks with Blues Traveler and John Mayer and Michael Franti, all 3 different weekends in July. She's the youngest guitarist to ever sit in or ever play at Red Rocks.
Wowee.
Or youngest musician, not even guitarist. But we went out to Colorado back in April, and we were in Breckenridge, and apparently her guitar tech gave her a copy of our album a few months prior, and she was absolutely like all about it, and learned some of the first 5 tracks, and learned harmonies for it and everything, and she sat in with us, and her and Hauser just went back and forth, and it was one of the coolest things and she was so excited, and according to her guitar tech, she thought we were bigger than Blues Traveler because she had no idea who they were.
Well, that's kind of cool, right? You guys were the #1 searched set of artists on Jambase last year, so maybe you are bigger than Blues Travelers, and you just don't know it. Humility is...
No one can be bigger than John Pop. Well, actually, he's not that big anymore. He's kind of lost some weight.
Let's go for that. So is that on YouTube? Is any of that jam you guys did together on YouTube?
I think it is, actually, yeah. If you look up the Werks and Jaden Carlson, I believe it is. But if you can't find it, you can definitely see it at the workout on Friday night, because we'll be having her sitting.
That's exciting. I can't wait to see that. Speaking of Colorado, I was checking out your Clockworks tour. Aren't you guys headed back there again this year?
Yes, we are starting our tour off in October 9th in Aspen, Colorado, at the Belly Up. Really awesome venue. We love playing the Belly Up. It's such a great start to our tour. Then we're going to Breckenridge at 320 South, the Aggie Theater in Fort Collins, Colorado, then Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom on Saturday in Denver. Colorado has just always really embraced us when we first started coming out there, and it's great to see the growth be so exponential and have so many awesome opportunities out there. And having our booking agency, Madison House from Colorado, really helps seal the deal with a lot of these venues, and it's just great to constantly get bigger and bigger in such an amazing state. It's one of my favorite states in the country.
It's one of my favorite states too. It's absolutely beautiful, and we have quite a few listeners actually out in
Colorado. Nothing beats Ohio.
No, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. So on the Clockworks tour, which you guys are starting at the beginning of October and it goes through the end of November, if I'm correct, you guys are hitting quite a lot of states besides just Colorado.
Correct, yeah. We're going all over the Northeast and in the end of October. We're hitting the Mid-Atlantic. We're hitting the South. And then we still have a few more dates we're adding to the Clockworks tour, including where New Year's Eve is going to be. And that's all going to be announced at the workout.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna release a bunch of the end of the tour, and then we have a few more surprises to announce the workout for 2014. So we can't wait to tell everybody.
The workout is just going to be jam-packed full of surprise after surprise after surprise after surprise.
It's going to be jam-packed.
I definitely will agree. Just for a few listeners who might not know, I was reading online that you guys highly encourage taping, which I was just having several different discussions on how me and all of these people I were talking to really wish that the art of taping and the trading of tapes and the sharing of the show that you went to that goes along with trading tapes would come back. So let everybody know about that.
Yeah. Are you talking about our taping policy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, yeah. As far as like our live shows go, we definitely, take a page from the Grateful Dead and from jam bands before us, and we're definitely all about people, taping our live shows and sharing them, and you know, we're all about getting the music out there and making it that like each show is different, and you know, we're trying more and more to incorporate longer jams and get more crowd participation, and you know, that's why we encourage people to tape our shows and trade them and everything.
I'm definitely going to have my video camera with me at the workout, so you will see some live the Werks on YouTube shortly afterwards.
Awesome. You can never have enough YouTube videos.
Say again?
But you can never have enough YouTube videos.
That's for sure. Better you than Miley Cyrus twerking.
Yeah, or, yeah. Yeah, that's great. It's so funny how, just a little side note here to talk politics real quick. It's just so funny that, like, that is what everyone's talking about. But, you know, Yosemite being on fire or Syria about to go to World War III, you know,
yep, not as
I still can't. Can you believe Miley Cyrus?
I can't believe how many posts on Facebook I see about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else you would like to talk about before we get going?
You know, one last thing here. You know, we've been throwing the workout back to the workout here. We've been throwing it for 4 years now, and we've never made money. In fact, we've lost money every year, and we're really calling in all of our friends, calling in all the support that we can this year more than ever, because we are throwing the festival ourselves this year. And, you know, we're just trying to do a good thing and showcase a lot of Midwestern talent as well as some national acts, but really showcase our friends' acts and the bands and DJs to Ohio and to the scene, and get everyone exposure and create a community and everything. And that's what we're all about. And we're just trying to get the word out and get as many good people to the festivals we can this year. So anybody out there who can help spread the word, please do. We really appreciate it and love you guys for it.
You guys got a street team with a bunch of flyers out there?
We put up more posters on porta potties than you could possibly imagine this summer.
I know, I saw them at quite a few places, so they did a good job. Yeah,
they did a good job.
They did.
Kenny did a good job.
Putting on a festival by yourself is not an easy task. I know I was kind of in on a band who put together their own festival last year, and they didn't make money either. I think it takes a few years before you start making it.
If you're throwing a music festival and make money, you're in the wrong business.
Yeah. We don't do art because we want to get rich. We do it because we have to, right?
Throwing a music festival is like buying a boat.
And how is that?
Because you're going to be broke.
Because you're going to be broke. Yes, you're always going to be working on it. That's why my dad sold it.
Exactly, and you're going to always be putting money into it, and it's a fun ride, but
it's way more work than it is fun sometimes. All right, Rob. Well,
yeah.
Did you have anything else?
That's it. Really appreciate the interview. Everyone listening, please take care of yourselves, and hope to see you at the workout.
And we are actually going to be giving out 2 free tickets to the workout this week. And the person who can call up and tell us their favorite thing about the workout on Rob's Facebook page or his email, ramblingrob883.org, or whoever has his personal phone number and can text him, y'all be put into a hat and we'll draw a name out. Rob, thanks a lot for joining us today. I'll be pushing this workout.
Thank you so much.
A whole lot of people will be showing up because, well, a party just isn't a party without some people there.
That's right. Well, hey, don't forget to bring your art installations, because we want to transform Legend Valley into one of the most magical places Ohio's ever seen. So
I think it's going to happen. I'm in on it. I have a bachelor's degree in fine art, so I'm on it.
Perfect.
Awesome,
Perfect.
Rob. Well, thank you. You have an awesome afternoon, and I will be seeing you, let's see, 3 weekends.
Awesome. All right, we'll see you soon.
All right. Peace out, man. All right, that was Rob Chafin of the Werks, and like I said, on Rob's Facebook or via his email, get a hold of him and tell him your favorite thing about the workout if you've ever attended, or your favorite thing that you're going to be looking forward to, and we will put your name in a hat and figure out before 10 o'clock tonight who's going to win, because I got to get those names in. So, yeah. All right. Up next, we're going to listen to a little, actually, there's another festival coming up this coming weekend. It's called the Ville. Ramblin' Rob and I are going to be there. We're going to be interviewing a bunch of the bands. I'll be bringing in the recordings from those interviews over the next several weeks, although we got a backlog with Wham Bam at the moment. But I'm going to be playing some of the artists who will be appearing at the Ville. And the first one I'm going to play here is a band called Moe with a song called Nebraska.
Super thick chunks of broken life and reality. At the dinner table come to me. I think about my friend, my exit's here. I rode so long, a million miles or so. Too much for me, I got to go. My navigator's here. And they say it's nice this time of year. They say it's nice this time of year. They say it's nice this time of year on Jupiter. Except for the meteors. And Nebraska's so flat that I don't care. I never use this map, have I made it clear? I don't know Jack, but I stay sincere. Oh, my navigator's here. Super thick chunks of broken light in the Milky Way. You never know if they're burning bright. In Anchorage, the summers are half the night, half the day, and most of the time. The sun burns bright all the time, then the winter comes. And they say it's nice this time of year. They say it's nice this time of year. They say it's nice this time of year in Anchorage. Except for the polar bears. And Nebraska's so flat that I don't care. I'll never use this map, have I made it clear? I don't know Jack, but I'll stay sincere. Oh, my navigator's here.
Was Moe with Nebraska. That was a fun little tune. I'd like to thank Rob Chafin again, drummer for the original founding member of the band The Werks. Just in case you didn't know, that's spelled W-E-R-K-S. RKS. But I want to thank Rob for calling in and sharing a little bit of his time with us and letting us know about the workout and how excited he is to be putting on that music festival. So everybody who wants to know about any more information about that, get online and check it out. Hear the best in traditional bluegrass every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 on Bluegrass in the Valley. Your hosts Tom Strong and Rita will feature the music of Bill Monroe, the Stanley Brothers, Jimmy Martin, the Osborne Brothers, and many more each week. Tune in to WAIF on Saturdays starting at 8 a.m. for the finest mix of bluegrass music. Whether you are an experienced art aficionado or a curious novice, you can discover one of the first contemporary art museums of its kind in the country, right here in Cincinnati. The Contemporary Arts Center. Now is the perfect time to become a member. Check out our website at contemporaryartcenter.org to find out all the details of their complete season, or call 513-345-8400 to obtain more information about becoming a member. And we've got one more PSA. Currently, landowners may donate their agricultural easements to the Ohio Department of Agriculture and receive federal tax benefits. For more information, call 614-466-2732 or visit their website at www.ohioagriculture.gov. All right, Cincinnati, I'm Smokestack Cindy, and you are listening to The Greatest Story Ever Told on WAIF 88.3 FM in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today is a pretty exciting and extra special show. I have just all kinds of stuff in store. So far, we had an interview with Mr. Stoneking, an interview with Rob Chafin from the Werks, and here shortly we'll be doing an interview as well as a small live jam session with Infinity Project. Until then, we're going to listen to, I think we'll listen to some more stuff, some more preview music for the Ville, and with Zach Deputy and Twisty-Zach.
said a twisty, twisty, swirly, swirly, twisty, twisty, swirly, swirly, said a twisty, twisty, swirly, swirly, said a twisty, twisty, said the hurricane is here, 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 mama, mama, said the hurricane is here, hurricane is here, hurricane is here, hurricane is here,
All right, that was a Zach Deputy with Twisty Twisty. That was a fun little tune. I think it was about a hurricane getting all twisty twisty. All right, we have Infinity Project in the studio. How you guys doing today?
Good. Feeling all right.
So what's going on? What's new? What's happening?
Not too much. We just started our end of the summer round of shows. Keeping up with the O'Briens at the end of every month, the final Friday. We're going to be playing some in Finley Market, Northside Tavern,
Stanley's,
all over the place.
When you playing at Stanley's?
That's 3 weeks from now. That is September 13th.
Tuesday?
No, it's a Friday.
I'm looking at August.
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. That'll be fun at Stanley's, yeah.
But more importantly, right now, tomorrow night at O'Brien's, playing around 9:30, playing till about 1:45, rocking it out. Come get some dinner. Kitchen's open till midnight.
When are you guys going to be down at Finley?
22nd.
The 22nd?
It'll probably be around 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
12 o'clock, maybe
Yeah,
1.
I think something like
Daytime
that.
show.
Yeah, middle of the
Daytime
afternoon.
show.
Just check it out on online. It'll have everything posted. It's Craft Brew Day down at Finley. So if you like craft beers and whatnot, if you're a home brewer, you know, everybody come down. We've got a huge circle of friends that all do home brew. So they're all coming down. Everybody's going to be talking grains and
That sounds like a good time.
IBUs.
And then we're
Maybe
also
sampling.
back at O'Brien's that week on the Friday the 27th.
Friday the 20.
Same week as Finley Market.
Yeah, so we've got like 5 shows in the next 40 days.
Yeah.
Staying busy.
Northside is October 17th.
October 17th at Northside Tavern.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. That'll be good.
Sweet. Yeah, we're going to be getting down with some tunes here in a minute. We want to make sure we're all sound checked and in tune and whatnot.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for them to get tuned up, I'm going to play the Wood Brothers, Midnight Rider.
I got to run, keep from hiding, and I'm bound to keep on riding. And I got one more $7. I gone by the point of carry, and some of it I'll soon be sharing. And I got one more $7, but I'm not gonna let 'em catch me, no. I'm not gonna let 'em catch the midnight
That was the Wood Brothers doing the classic Midnight Rider. I think we're going to move on real quick to doing just a little bit of, let's see, the Congress, Whatever You Want. right, that was Whatever You Want by the Congress, yet another band that's going to be playing at the Ville this weekend. Just as a reminder, the annual membership meeting for WAIF will be on Sunday, September 15th. The location is the New Thought Unity Church at 1401 East McMillan Avenue in Cincinnati. Registration starts at 3 p.m. Meeting will start promptly at 4 p.m. The meeting is for members only, so please bring a valid picture ID and your membership card. And that reminds me, we could always use more members. Individual memberships begin at $25 for a year, and corporate level, which are tax deductible, are start at $100. So if you're interested, jump online at www.waif883.org. All right, now we're here with Infinity Project, and I think they're ready to do some boogieing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So what we got coming up first?
We're going to do a song called Rico Suave.
All right.
Rico.
Gotta
roll that over.
Not that Suave.
Ready to get down. Took another shot, I got on the mic, rocking the night, giving the people what they like. With Drew, Stu, Sean, James, Patrick, and KB, we're Infinity. You know I'm feeling alright. Was a single of mine, when down in Ohio, when the darkness was falling fast. We had not much time before this night was prime. This was an evening of no rest. With the tension in the air, no one was scared. This was the night to be at ease. They knew they'd be fine, so they could drink the wine and make their way to Key. Well, I'm a calm, collected, strong and eclectic, open weight driven band that's more than expected. Come on, friend, you better be trust me this time. You eat right, keep silent, stay in line. It's hard to find enough effects to beat the talent coming on my fingertips or even my lips. Man, I spit when I speak in my mind. I can't beat the rhyme. I gotta get on the ball with that foot about your mouth. Get that open road in and try that south route. Get on the ball with that foot about your mouth. Get that open road in and try that south. It's a single of mine, when the down in Ohio, when the darkness is falling fast. We had not much time before this night was fine. This was an evening of no rest. There was a tension in the air, but no one was scared. This was a night to be at ease. They knew they'd be fine, so they were drinking the wine and made their way to Keys. It was a single reminder when the down in Ohio, when the darkness is falling fast. We had not much time before this night was fine. This was an evening of no rest. There was a tension in the air, but no one was scared. This was a night to be at ease. They knew they'd be fine, so they could drink in the wine and made their way to Keys.
That was beautiful.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we got a couple cell phones going off. That's all right. Mine rang too. I should probably hide that.
You gotta turn that on silent.
I know. Hope it sounds all right. Give us a call in if it doesn't.
That may have been something.
Once again, we got a show tomorrow night at O'Brien's Irish Pub over on Madison in O'Brienville, where the house band over there would play every final Friday of the month.
Oh, yeah.
We got another original coming up for you next called Last Night Lover. Thank you. That was Last Night Lover.
I had a little bit of a Led Zeppelin bluesy feel.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
I really like
Definitely a bluesy song for sure.
Yeah, some of that old school blues. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna take it on home. Take it on home. All right, we got one more for you. I mean, we really might have time for a couple more, but we'll let Cindy dictate that. We're just gonna keep on going, keep on keeping on.
All right. So heading west, another original. This is a new original. This is one of our newer songs.
A little bit of drop D action. Yeah.
you can't touch, but I never really wanted you. Things aren't always that different, and the fun when you're not around. It was fun getting in when the getting was good, until the good starts to get you down. My head now west on a drummer storm. I'm talking to myself, come on, come on. It was bad back home, getting worse out here, but I gotta keep it going, keep it moving on. Head now west on a drummer storm. I'm talking to myself, come on, come on. It was bad back home, getting worse out here, but I gotta keep it going, keep it moving on. But I gotta keep it going, keep it moving on. Hey, now west on from a storm. Talking to myself, come on, come on. Stand back home, getting worse out here, but I gotta keep it going, keep it moving on. Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So are you guys going into the recording studio soon?
Well, we gave that a try for a little bit, and we got a little demo together, but we really were just using it for press kit purposes. It wasn't anything that we wanted to try to, like, duplicate tenfold and pass out for free. It was just something to get us more gigs. So we'll probably hit the studio back up.
We would definitely
think
like
this
to
winter-
record at some point.
Yeah.
Winter when the shows slow down.
Album,
Yeah, what we really are trying to focus on is getting our name out there a little bit more this summer. We pretty much just had a constant lineup of shows, and so we figured that's just going to be our effort of getting as much exposure as possible.
Always a good plan, always a good plan. And the wintertime is always a good time for indoor things.
Right, like recording. If anybody has any ideas for festivals or has buddies that are, throwing something big, we'd really like to get down and get our name out to some of the people out there that don't really know us or are affiliated with the circle that we roll with. So if anybody has any ideas, please pop us in on Facebook and anything we want. What's our next song, guys? We got time for some more.
Want to do another face?
What do you want to sing?
Sure.
That's
Another face in the crowd. Oh.
Sometimes when I look around, well, I see nothing. Sometimes when I close my eyes, well, I can see everything. Well, I can walk down the street and I see the people all over town. They don't know you and you don't know them. No, you're just another face in the crowd. Just another face in the crowd. Just another face in the crowd. Another face in the crowd. Well, sometimes time passes. I think about people from my past and what are they doing and where are they now? They're just another phase. So my mind it gets to thinking, will I ever see you again? Well, I don't mind if I ever see you, or if I ever see you again. If I ever see you again. Well, I can walk down the street and I see the people all over town. They don't know you and you don't know them. Oh, you're just another face in the crowd. You're just another face in the crowd. You're just another face in the crowd. Just another face in the crowd.
We're Infinity Project, guys. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks so much, Infinity Project, for coming in and sharing Thursday afternoon with Smokestack Cindy on Greatest Story Ever Told.
Oh yeah.
Thanks
Hey,
for
you mind if
having
we
us.
throw?
We appreciate it.
You mind if
Where?
we throw out our dates for the next couple shows?
Of course not. I was about to lead off with tomorrow night at O'Brien's.
Exactly. And once again, we play there every final Friday. We've got something coming up Friday, September 13th. That's Friday the 13th at Stanley's Pub. That's going to be a real good night. Alex Carruthers is opening up for us.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and then we got September 22nd. That's a Sunday at Findlay Market. I think we're playing around 11 or noon, something like that. But come down, get some craft beers. It's craft brew day down there, so you can get some shopping done and have some beers. Day drinking, fun day, Sunday. Sunday, fun day. Friday, September 22nd. That's 1 month later. We're back at O'Brien's. It's a final Friday once again. And then Thursday, October 17th, we're playing at the Northside Tavern. And that's a Thursday. We had to play a Thursday to get our foot in the door to be able to get a weekend gig there.
And just in case you didn't have your pen and pencil out to be able to write down those dates and places, you can always get on Facebook and look up Infinity Project.
Like
and
us.
They will have their whole schedule there, as well as, I believe, a player. You guys have a music player on there?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's tons of music, there's tons of photos, the posters on Facebook. We're definitely utilizing the technological networking tools.
That's
Social
Facebook
networking.
/Cincy Infinity Project. to get to our
Cincy
page.
Infinity Project.
Yeah.
All right.
And always just type in "the" if you're searching us.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to make it my personal mission to make sure that you guys are playing at music festivals next summer.
Yes, please.
I'm never getting to see you because I'm always out at a music festival, so I guess I'm going to have to arrange for you to be at a musical festival I'm
Very
at.
good going too.
So.
Yeah, and one last plug. If anybody's got any ideas for festivals or shows or gigs or anything, just contact us. Yeah, please.
They're friendly guys.
Yeah, we are. There's 6 of us.
Kind of cute, too.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys. I will be talking to you soon and listening to you play.
Solid.
Right now, we're going to go out with some Jones 4 Revival.
Thanks again.
get paid, gotta get $16. Gotta get paid, gotta get paid, gotta get $16. Gotta get paid, gotta get paid, gotta get $16. Gotta get paid, gotta get paid, gotta get
And that was Jones for Revival with $16. Another band that's going to be at the Ville. I'd like to thank all the guys from the Infinity Project for stopping by and serenading me and all of my listeners for a little while. That was a really good time. Those were really good tunes. Go check them out if you would like to. If you want to know more about them, I believe they're on Facebook. You can check out the WAIF webpage at www.waif883.org. At the WAIF website, you will find a program grid of the WAIF on-air schedule, streaming audio, links to the WAIF programmers' web pages, and all the other current news about what's going on here at 88.3 FM. Check out WAIF Radio on the net at www.waif883.org. Healthy Start, Ohio's insurance option for children, provides health coverage to children and families with limited income who may not have access to comprehensive health care. Apply for Healthy Start is easy. Call their customer hotline at 1-800-324-8680. Girls who are interested in the fun and learning found in Girl Scouting are invited to join a Girl Scout troop in their community. For more information about the Girl Scout program or to register your daughter, call the Great Rivers Girl Scout Council at 513-489-1025 or toll free at 1-800-537-6241. You can also visit online at www.girlscoutsofwesternohio.org. All right, so there you go. Let's see. I want to remind everybody that Ramblin' Rob has a giveaway going on his Facebook page, so get on there and message him what's your favorite thing about the workout or what's your favorite thing that you're looking forward to at this year's workout. And we'll be putting whoever is the winner into a hat, all the people who have entered into a hat, and we'll pull a name today and let them know that they are winner of 2 tickets to the workout. Pretty fun and exciting. If you like what Smokestack Cindy's been presenting to you over the last few weeks, let Ramblin' Rob know. You can contact him on Facebook, or you can email him at ramblingrob883@hotmail.com. And I want to remind you that Ramblin' Rob likes to put recordings of all of our radio shows up on YouTube with a nice little slideshow for you to view or just to listen to. And he has currently been updating the YouTube his site with all of the shows that Smokestack Cindy, myself, has done so far. I think he's got 2 left to do. He's been pretty busy over the last few days, so you can check them out on YouTube. And a very exciting thing is that on the WAIF website, the WAIF883.org website, you can find a link to podcasts. So every hour that's on air is now podcasted. They're about a week behind. They're listed by year, date and day, the month and the day, and then by the hour, and that would be military time. So if you don't know that, you got to get a little list out and figure it out. 12 is 12, so 1 o'clock would be 1300. But y'all can check that out online if you want. It's pretty neat. New technology. Up next, I believe we're going to play some Fleetwood, doing a cover of the Cumberland Blues. right, that was Fleetwood with Cumberland Blues. Nice little cover there. On the line, we have our weekly call-in segment. Ryan Neeley, you there?
I'm here.
Good afternoon, Ryan. How you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you today?
I am so very excited. We have all kinds of stuff going on in the studio. I have just had Infinity Project in, and they played 4 songs live in the studio. That's always fun. I had Rob Chafin, the drummer from the Werks, call in earlier. And in a little bit, I believe Dave Katz is going to be calling me. So it's been an exciting day so far.
Yeah, that's a great day. You can't beat that lineup.
No, you can't. We're all about the live music, so let's be live.
Definitely. So, did you have a great weekend this past weekend?
We did. It was a little boring. We stayed home, but we are very excited about a festival we're attending this weekend. But before we talk about that, what did you do last weekend?
Well, last weekend, actually, we have a festival here back in my area. It's called Jodown. And this is kind of getting popular, where, kind of everybody has their own little tribes, throughout our region. People have groups they hang out with, and everything. So every year, a friend of mine, we call him Tall Joe, he has a festival called Jodown. And, he invites some bands out. And what he does basically is, kind of charges everybody, $50. It's in a backyard, and he throws just an amazing festival. It's $50, but it's all inclusive. He has some amazing beer. I think they cooked a lamb and a pig. So there's about 100 of us that get together on a regular basis, and we go to these festivals. You kind of bounce around and meet a bunch of different people. So this weekend was an amazing time. We went out there, and Rusty Haywhackers played on Friday, and on Saturday, a band that I haven't seen in years, their name's Hypnotic Clam Bake. They were around in the 90s, and they're still around. Pretty interesting band. There's an accordion player, and the horn player played in They Might Be Giants.
Wow.
So we got to see that. Yeah, it was pretty good. They're from Boston. They usually don't travel out too often, and so they came down, and it was an amazing time.
Cool. That sounds very exciting. I like their band name, too.
Yeah, and then Fletcher's Grove closed it out. And if you haven't heard them, they're on fire. They did big Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon set.
Oh, nice.
And it was phenomenal. So it was a great weekend.
Ramblin' Rob and I are going to several, I think we're going to 5 festivals over the next 5 weekends, and I know Fletcher's Grove is on something, maybe Recipe Cookout, Family Cookout, or I don't know, but they're going to be at one of the festivals I'm getting ready to go to.
They will be this weekend, actually, the big festival that I'm going to, and I believe you guys might be there too, is the Ville.
Ah, yes.
They're going to play on Friday. So, I'm really excited about the Ville. I'm sure you guys are too.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be called Hookahville, and I've been going to that for since the 90s. It's almost going on 20 years. It seems like they've been around a little over 20 years.
I think I read online 22 years actually.
Yeah, that's amazing. If you really think about it, that's kind of when a lot of the festivals started. So. A lot of these festivals today, they kind of take their cue from Hookahvilles. And, sometimes they've gotten a little bit smaller and bigger and everything, and they've had a few ups and downs, but this is, they're on an upswing for sure. This year they're having it at Clays Park, which is in North Lawrence, Ohio, and it's an amazing venue. I'm taking my kids because they have some water slides, and nice. They call it a water park. It's like a lake and some water slides and different water activities, and it's just a beauty.
Ramblin' Rob and I both have our swimsuits packed because it's going to be in the 90s this weekend, and we were like, this is a perfect end of summer weekend at Clays Park for the Ville.
Isn't it? It's going to be a beautiful weekend. The kids are going back to school, so it looks like there's going to be a good turnout, and the lineup is is just great. One of the best lineups of the year. Hook is going to do all 3 nights. Rumpke's going to do all 3 nights. The Wood Brothers are going to be there. Blue Moon Soup. What I'm really excited about is on Sunday, a band called Floodwood. Moe's going to be there as well, and that's a big draw. And on Sunday, a band called Floodwood. It's Vinny and Al from Moe. They started a bluegrass band, and there's going to be a real special set Sunday closing out the festival with Blue Moon Soup, Rumpke Mountain Boys, and Floodwood.
Well, you didn't know this because you were on the phone and couldn't hear your radio, but while you were calling in and waiting for me to put you on air, I was actually playing a version of Cumberland Blues by Floodwood.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm real excited to see them.
Yeah, we are too. The whole lineup looks spectacular. It's like I was thinking about bringing my drum along and maybe trying to find a couple of drum circles, but I'm like, I'm going to be in front of the stage all weekend. I don't think I'm going to get to join a drum circle.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little worried about with my kids too. They're going to be wanting to swim and everything, and it's like, when do I pick to go? Because it's almost everything's kind of a can't miss. But if you're not into that kind of music, which if you're not, I don't know. There's a lot of other things going on this weekend though as well. For fans of the more electronic music, the Summer Dance is going on at Nelson Ledges.
Yep.
That's Lotus's festival, and Lotus is amazing. They're really neat band. They have that live-tronica sound, where it's electronic. It's electronic-y kind of music, but they play with instruments, and they're a great band to see. So I know that there's going to be a lot. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be headed to see that as well. So really, Ohio's got a lot of festivals going on. West Virginia has a few as well. There's the Our Family Reunion that's going on this weekend, and kind of just like Joe Down, what we talked about earlier. That's a festival that's thrown by a group that it's called the Fairy People, I believe, and they throw a festival every year, and kind of just have people come and potluck dinner and stuff, and that's a good festival to see. That's down in Fayetteville.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, definitely. But coming up, there's just so much stuff coming up that's really something to get excited about. A lot of people are talking about interlocking, or locking as it's now called. And what I'm real excited about is the Rumpke Mountain Boys and the Cincinnati Finest. They're going to be getting ready to head out on a little tour with David Gans, who, if you've never seen him, he's an amazing songwriter, storyteller. He's the host of the Grateful Dead Hour.
Right.
And I think you guys might have you guys did an interview with him and Rumpke.
We did.
So they're going to get ready to head out on some dates. They're going to be at Stanley's on the 10th, on the Tuesday, and then they're coming to my area on the 11th. It's for a big Pittsburgh show with Floodwood, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. I have all my friends coming too. And then they're heading south to Huntington, West Virginia. So at the V Club the following day.
Rob Chafin from the Werks was mentioning that Rumpke Mountain Boys with David Gans are going to be at the Workout also.
They will, and the Workout's a festival that's another can't miss. I really like them guys. It's a really good festival. They've supported Ohio music a lot. And they bring in so much art into that festival that it really makes it special. I think last year, I can't even count the number of live artists that that painted while they did their sets.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's something that's really neat. My friend bought a piece off of somebody that did that, and I like how the whole art and, you know, a lot of other things are coming into the festival. You know, it makes it nice.
Did you hear about the art installation contest that they're going to be holding at the workout called The Working Man?
I did not, no.
Well, they're going to be having campsite art installation or interactive art installations by the fans, and on Saturday the Werks will be going around and judging them and picking a winner, and the winner will be getting 4 VIP passes to the Workout 2014 as well as other awesome prizes.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing. They always have great ideas. You know, they're a great team over there.
Yeah, they're fun guys.
Yeah. One other thing that I did want to mention that I'm looking forward to, for a lot of people that aren't going to Interlochen or whatever, there's a smaller festival in Cumberland, Ohio coming up. It's called Ohio Flow Bro. And they're doing something a little bit different. It's a sustainable living festival where they're going to have a lot of workshops on meditation and poi, flow wand, hooping, holistic health and everything. There's also bands there and everything, but instead of the music taking 100% of the focus, they're trying something a little different. So if you get a chance, that's not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. Check out that Ohio Flow Bro. It should be something pretty interesting.
Darn it! Why can't I be in 2 places at once?
But I'm telling you, it's so hard. I look at my events page sometimes on Facebook, and what do I do?
I know, and then I think about like the Rumpke Mountain Boys who do hit maybe 2 and 3 festivals in a weekend, and I'm thinking, how are they not asleep when they're up playing at 5 a.m.?
Right. I was just talking to them, and they said they're really excited about this weekend. They're kind of in their element this weekend because they're going to be playing all 3 nights, so they can kind of park the Sea Hag, which is the name of their bus, and take a break, running it around all over the place this weekend.
That'll be nice. They'll be nice and fresh, having their siestas in the afternoon, and then their fun time at night.
That's right. And I just wanted to mention, too, that I just saw today that if you haven't heard Rumpke's new CD, Moon, which is absolutely amazing, it's available on Spotify today. Sweet. So they just, go on and check that out because it's a really well done. It's a really well done release. I rave about it to everybody. Something you can listen to you can listen to it with your parents or your grandpa. And, they'd appreciate it. So it's really it's a wide range on that release.
Yes, it is. It is awesome. That's why I play a track off of it every single week.
I know that. So, definitely.
Well, awesome, Ryan. You got anything else you want to throw out there before we let you go for the week?
Oh, the only other thing that I really wanted to throw out is I'm excited about Blue Moon Soup. Great Ohio band. They are coming out with their new CD next weekend, and they're going to be playing at the Canal Street Tavern for their CD release party that's in Dayton. So if you get a chance to self-titled release, they're just, I can't say enough about those guys too. They're very folky and organic and bluegrassy, and if you haven't listened to them, I highly recommend it.
Well, your psychic nature must be tuned in really, really well today, because actually that's who I have keyed up to play after you and I get off this phone call.
Great minds think alike, Cindy.
They do. All right, Ryan. Well, you be sure to be looking for me and Ramblin' Rob with our Ramblin' Rob tie-dye flag up at the Ville. We'll take some pictures. We'll hang out. Maybe you can walk around with us for a minute doing some From the Heart of Me on the Street fan interviews.
I would love to. We'll have the dream team up there.
Awesome. All right, Ryan, you have a great week. I will see you this weekend.
Okay, great. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Cindy.
All right. Peace out.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Here we go, son. We can share the women, we can share the wine. We can share what we got of yours, 'cause we done shared all of mine.
was Blue Moon Soup doing their version of Jack Straw. We are playing a bunch of the different bands that are on the lineup at the Ville this weekend. Pretty excited about that festival. Up next, we'll play another band who's going to be there, Fletcher's Grove, with Not Fade Away.
you home. Let's bring out